This is our world, as we like to see it. A pretty picture we hold in our heads when in reality, this is our world, and more specifically, what we've done to it. Through pollution, greenhouse gas emissions, improper treatment of waste, continued fossil fuel extraction, and industrial farming, humans have damaged the Earth for decades. By the year 2050, if we continue emitting in the way that we are, climate change will become irreversible. But it doesn't have to be this way. We have seen the effects for years, but we are at a careful tipping point. Humans cannot continue to practice their damaging habits. If we do, it will threaten the ability for our species to inhabit Earth. The Earth has reached 1 degree Celsius of warming. The Paris Climate Agreement has stated that it must not warm more than 2 degrees Celsius. But not all nations that pledge to uphold its values are following the regulations. The IPCC states that there is no certainty that adaptation to a 4 degree Celsius world is possible. Global warming would alter all of Earth's systems, leading to flooding of all coastal cities, worldwide drought, the rise of all oceans, the death of wildlife, including the deaths of animals and plants we depend on to survive. Global trade would plummet, food insecurity would skyrocket, and most devastating, when Earth eventually becomes uninhabitable, we will die. We must cut our carbon emissions by 41 to 75% to survive. There are steps that we can take to do this. The technology exists, the conservation efforts are present, we just need the initiative to unite in the effort of stopping climate change. Not just as individuals, but as communities, cities, countries, the bodies that govern, and the world. To help the fight in climate change, we can convert to clean energy through the use of solar panels, LED lighting, wind turbines, the burning and sequestering of emissions from biomass, solar power towers, direct air capture of carbon in the atmosphere, geoengineering, permaculture, silvopasture, and agroforestry. Not all of these solutions are individually attainable, but everyone can take steps to help the fight against climate change. They can be as simple as limiting your water usage when showering or turning off the faucet when you're not using it, as well as just turning off the lights when you don't need them. These steps will lower emissions, and a total switch to renewable energy will hopefully lower emissions to zero, which will allow us to continue living on this planet. No humans can escape the effects of climate change. The Earth will go on whether we inhabit it or not. It is strong, it will live on. The Earth will survive. But will you?